Welcome back to our final day in Goa. After 3 incredible days of waterfalls, spices, and quiet monasteries, day 4 takes us back to the sun, sea, and secret spots of South Goa. Today, we are heading from Calangute to Palolem, one of Goa's most laid back and beautiful beaches. We will explore hidden coastal gems like Monkey Island, Turtle Rock, Honeymoon Beach, and the magical Butterfly Beach, all by boat. And later, we end our trip with a scenic climb to Cabo de Rama Fort and a peaceful escape to the stunning Pebble Beach below. Let's soak in every last moment of Goa's natural beauty. The day began with a beautiful road trip from Calangute to Palolem, a drive of around 2.5 to 3 hours, winding through small villages, coconut groves, and lush countryside. As you head south, you will notice the pace of life slows down, the crowds thin out, and the coastline gets even more raw and untouched. We arrived at the calm and crescent-shaped Palolem Beach, known for its boho vibe, gentle waves, and colorful beach huts. But instead of lounging right away, we hopped on a traditional Goan fishing boat for a coastal sightseeing ride that promised to show us some of South Goa's hidden gems. Monkey Island was our first sight, a lush hill shooting out of the sea. It's technically called Canacona Island, and during low tide, you can even walk to it. Next was Turtle Rock, a large natural rock formation shaped exactly like a sea turtle. You can't unsee it once you spot it. Nature's creativity at its best. We then passed Honeymoon Beach, a tiny secluded cove that's perfect for couples or anyone wanting a private moment by the sea. Most of these beaches are only accessible by boat, which keeps them quiet and clean. finally, we reach the highlight, Butterfly Beach. This gorgeous stretch of golden sand surrounded by cliffs is named after the butterflies seen here in the early mornings. If you are lucky, you may even spot dolphins on the way. Tip of the day. Most boat rides from Palolem are around 800 per person and takes about 1.5 hours. Best done early morning or late afternoon for soft light and calmer seas. After returning from the boat ride, we took time to just soak it all in. Swimming in the warm water, sipping coconut water, and enjoying Palolem's relaxed energy. The beach is safe for swimming with soft sand and gentle waves, and has some great cafes right on the shore. It's the kind of place where time slows down and everything feels easy. Over the past couple of decades, Palolem has become a favorite destination for Israeli travelers, especially those coming to India after their military service. Walk along the beach and you will find cafes with Hebrew menus, signs in both English and Hebrew, and even Israeli dishes like shakshuka, falafel, hummus, and laffa bread being served at local shacks. There's a warm cultural exchange that grows over time. Many locals have picked up basic Hebrew, and you will often hear Israeli music playing softly in the background in cafes. Palolem truly captures that slow, soulful South Goa energy that keeps people coming back year after year. Next, we drove to one of the most dramatic cliffside spots in Goa, the Cabo de Rama Fort. The drive itself is stunning, winding roads, ocean views, and hardly any traffic. The fort sits on a cliff overlooking the Arabian Sea and is a perfect sunset spot. There is no entry fee to enter into this fort, but a government official will need each visitor's ID proof and your entry will be registered. You will have to let them know on exit as well. Built in ancient times and later reinforced by the Portuguese, Cabo de Rama Fort is steeped in both history and myth. It's believed that Lord Rama and Sita stayed here during their exile, giving the fort its name. Perched on rugged cliffs overlooking the Arabian Sea, this fort is more than just stones and ruins. It's a place layered with history, myth, and breathtaking natural beauty. Long before the Portuguese arrived, the fort changed hands between Hindu and Muslim rulers, standing as a strategic coastal stronghold. Tucked quietly inside the fort is the Capella de Santos Antonio or Saint Antony's Chapel, still in use to this day. Painted pristine white, this little chapel stands as a symbol of continuity and faith, even as the fort around it crumbles with time. Despite its turbulent past, Cabo de Rama today feels incredibly peaceful, a space where history, nature, and solitude blend together seamlessly. This is one of those spots where the wind speaks, the silence holds stories, and every corner feels cinematic. Once under Portuguese control, the fort was transformed into a full fledged military base. They fortified it with 21 cannons, built barracks, a commander's quarters, and dug deep moats and turrets, all of which still stand in ruins today, echoing stories of battles long past. Interestingly, it was repurposed into a government prison, which remained operational all the way till 1955. And then came one of the most offbeat experiences of the day, the hike down to the hidden Pebble Beach, just below the fort. It's a 10 to 15 minute trek downhill, so wear good shoes. But once you reach, you are rewarded with a quiet shoreline made entirely of smooth black stones, each one shaped and polished by the sea. The waves here crash hard, echoing off the cliff walls, and the energy is raw and meditative. It's one of Goa's most underrated natural spots, and we ended our journey here. With no crowd, no noise, just the sound of the ocean and a view we won't forget. And just like that, our 4 day journey through Goa comes to an end. From exploring old Goa's heritage and spiritual corners to trekking waterfalls, tasting spices, and finally finding this quiet coastal gem. This trip gave us a new perspective on what Goa truly is. Not just beaches and parties, but stories, textures, peace, and hidden treasures waiting to be found. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable journey. If you enjoyed this series, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let us know in the comments which place stole your heart. Until next time, keep exploring, keep wandering.